It is important to know that the real estate cycle doesn't tell you when to buy. It tells you how to buy. Okay, so you can buy at any time within the cycle. I'll prove that to you in a little while. But what you need to understand is that the real estate cycle will tell you how to make that transaction work as a real estate investor. One thing is guaranteed. There will be high seasons and there will be low seasons. That's guaranteed. There will be times where the market goes up and there will be times where the market goes down. That's not what's going to make you rich. What's going to make you filthy rich is understanding the trends that drive the real estate cycle. So we'll begin with the declining stage, which most people believe at this point we're somewhere along there, right? Either reaching to the lows or on our way down to the low, right? The declining stage basically is what we call the correction period. The reason why we call it a correction period is because if you take a look at it, do you see any real estate police out here? Excuse me, we're overinflating right now, so you will be fined $5 million if you overinflate your property price, right? So prices go up, 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 till it's no longer justified, sometimes even above it. So what ends up happening is what? The market has to correct itself because the income cannot support this inflation that is taking place. So the market takes care of itself, and it takes a dive. Then it goes below. Many times what will happen is it'll go below the true cost to build the actual asset. And it is in those times, hint, hint, we're there right now, where you can find some of the best real estate transactions in the world. Warren Buffett said it best. He said, when people get greedy, I get fearful. When people get fearful, I get greedy. There's a reason for that statement. And it is so true. So while all these speculators and people who got the no money down program are running out because they were over leveraged and the market ate them, real investors are walking in looking for those opportunities to position themselves to build wealth. Because again, wealth isn't about making money right now. It's about making money now, later, and in 10 more years. Does that make sense? So it's long-term wealth that you're building here. So that's your declining stage. Then what will happen is, typically in this period of time, most of your transactions will come from, believe it or not, investors. And they'll begin to eat up the inventory that's in place, and you have what is called the absorption period. And then all of a sudden the masses turn around and say, wait a minute, the market's getting hot again. There's people moving property. So then they start running again in the masses. And all of a sudden the market begins to grow again. And now you have your growth period, right? And guess what happens? Prices go up, right? Because it's based on supply and demand. Now, commercial is a little different, but it's still, nonetheless, the cap rates might go lower, which means the prices go higher. And what ends up happening is, every single time, people get greedy, they keep going higher, and then you have the saturation period, which is a very dangerous season. Because this is when you're paying beyond what it's even worth, period. And so, what I want to do right now, and the cycle goes on, by the way, it just goes on. And that, in essence, is kind of visual with